before they'd got there. Yes, Heroes of the Road. And here come today's contenders for Hero of the Road, and boy, are they beautiful. It is, of course, the wonderful Hillman Imp today, and not one, not two, but 3 Hillman Imps. Hero 1 is Reginald Busby's 1972 Hillman Imp, bright blue, a standard model. Hero 2 is Malcolm Cross's 74 Imp, a raging war dance red. And finally, Hero number 3 belongs to Steve and Angela Goodwin. It's a 1971 Imp. It's been with them for 2 years, and it's done an unbelievable 100,000 plus miles. Now, the Hillman Imp, much derided, but in my view, it should be applauded, and it should be applauded in the view of this man. It's Reginald Busby. Reginald, welcome to the show.
Morning.
Now, what is it, Reginald, for unbelievers, that makes the Hillman Imp a candidate to be a hero of the road?
Well, the Hillman Imp was brought out to be a rival to the Mini. It proved to be a far superior car in road holding, in petrol consumption and ease of maintenance. It's
also actually a very easy car to kind of tinker with, isn't it?
Oh yes. The engine, you can have the engine out in half an hour.
Get the engine out, and how long does it take to put it back in though?
About the same time again.
That's not too bad. Now, it's very bog standard, I have to be brutal with you.
Yeah.
Not a lot of extra features on it. Is that a drawback?
Not really, no. They did bring a later model out, the Singer Chamois, which had got a lot of extra features on it, but they were only added extras, which made no difference to the car whatsoever.
But you're a purist and a minimalist.
Oh, yes.
You're a good man. It's a hero of the road in my book. And let's take a look at Malcolm Cross's beautiful maroon Hillman Imp. Malcolm, welcome to the show. Now, I want you to hit me with some fantastic facts about the Hillman Imp, about why we should enrol it as a hero of the road. Fact number 1, when was the first Hillman Imp made?
May 1963.
And when did the last one roll off the production line?
1976.
1976, so it lasted a good 13 years. And how much would the first one in 1963 have cost me in pound notes?
Approximately £400.
£400 for this beautiful piece of British technology. And what would one of these cost now? What would your one of these cost now?
Well, the average one would be £600 to £700, but this one has won awards, so it's worth over £1,000.
£1,000 for this beautiful mobile. And what's its best feature, Malcolm?
Its best feature, when it came out, it was innovative with the engine in the rear, the first hatchback, folding rear seat.
One of the first ever. And what's the worst feature? Be honest now, Malcolm. It's got to have at least one drawback.
Yeah, I think it was the water pump.
The water pump? What would it do, pesky old water pump?
Just the design, it was renowned for failure.
Oh dear, but even well, with great genius, there's always one flaw.
Yeah.
And that's the only flaw in the beautiful Hillman Imp. Thank you very much for that, Malcolm. And now, finally, a Hillman Imp mad couple. Yep, it's Steve and Angela here with us. Hello, welcome to the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, we've heard some fantastic facts.
Yes.
We know why Reginald loves it, but just how horny is your Hillman Imp? How loud is that beeper? Not too bad. Let's have another go at that. It's pretty good, isn't it? Pretty good. And you've also got a bit of a Hillman Imp home, haven't you? Andrew's over there trying to hide. But Andrew, I know your house is a palace to the Imp, isn't it? What have you actually got?
I would say more like a shrine, really.
A shrine to the Hillman Imp. And what does the shrine consist of, Steve?
Lots of imp bits all over the house.
Really?
Kitchen, bedroom, loft, shed.
How many spares and bits and pieces have you got, would you say?
Several, yeah.
Different engines and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And in fact, you're so keen on your Hillman Imp, you've even composed a little ode to it, haven't you?
Oh, that, yeah.
Can we have a bit of the poem?
It's a very sad, sombre occasion. It's the death of an imp.
The death of an imp!
The death of an imp. Even such as time which takes in trust, our youth our imp and all we crave, and pays us but with age and rust, when in the muddy scrapyard grave. When we have driven all our way...
I have to stop you there, Steve, because some thoughts slide too deep, even for tears, and the thought of a rust-covered Hillman Imp has touched me in places I thought beyond touching.
It filled me up and all.
It filled you up?
Yes.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks very much for that, Steve. Thank you, Angela. Thanks to all our Hillman Impsters today. We're going to enroll the Hillman Imp. They're each going to get some Heroes of the Road sequin driving gloves. I know we'll treasure it forever. A good sport and a great man. Thank you very much.
I'm filling up now.
And later on, not only more from Keith Chegwin and the Mighty Norman Wisdom, but also a fantastically eligible bachelor in his pants. But right now, it's time for Super Hints.